What's going on? We're back with Totally Blitz podcast in the Fight Club recapping UFC Vegas 74, Kai Car France Albazi, aka The Robbery. And as always, before we jump into it, go down, like and subscribe, comment your thoughts on the card, comment who you thought won, who didn't win. These are your hosts. I'm Paul Pick and Win'em, and I'm joined with
Hey man, you already know it's that boy Kev. Water Boy's boy, aka the hottest Miami Heat fan in the game right now. Paul, you know I got this shirt in Africa.
no, I'm about to say that I haven't ever seen you wear that shirt before, and that shirt looks hella fire.
No, that shit is dumb nice. I'm not gonna lie, if you really look into it, the stitching, the boys not hitting like that in Africa for real. But like this shit, I was at the mall. I was at the mall in America.
Time out, bro. You ain't been be flexing the shirt and then be like, you really look closely. This thing is shit. You ain't.
It's because if I did it, that shit would have been dumb hard. But like you'll see when the Totally Blitz merch comes out. Merch coming soon. But so it's interesting because there's so much fake shit out there in where I was at. I'm not gonna say all over, but if you want Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Hermes, I could have got you for like $6.
At the disc, if you want all that at a discount, we got you.
Bro, these motherfuckers, they made up a new fake Gucci North Face. Niggas was selling Gucci North Face out there, and it was like, I'm looking like what is this? They talking about, oh, it's a collab, Gucci and North Face. And I'm just sitting there like, you don't get the fuck out of my face.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I probably cop some shit that's like, you look at it, you probably would have never heard of it. Like, it would be some like Gucci mixed with Prada, and I'm like, y'all too broke to even know about this collab. That's how I would play it off. But y'all wouldn't even know about this one.
The shirt tag said Gildan.
Oh, nah. See, ain't nothing a little bit of bleach and a little bit of the iron can't take out.
But I'm telling you, kid, I was out there bitch like I was just waiting for one
So
of
hold on, Kev. You mean to tell me you didn't buy that shirt at the Kasaya Center itself?
No, not at all.
No.
No, I went
Like, it looks like an airline arena type of shirt quality.
I got this shit for 150 dirhams, which is $15, which was $15. This shit, the US dollar went from 10 to 9 while I was there. So there was a couple of times I almost cussed the nigga out, but I was like, oh shit, this nigga's right.
Yeah,
I checked the Wall Street and the Dow Jones and all that shit.
They laughed at you when you pulled out that dollar bill.
Oh, it hurt? No, because I'll change. You got to get your money exchanged. The niggas not taking dollars like that. They some finesses. But back to the thing. Shout out to Miami Heat, man. This shit was fun. I had to watch the games at 4:30 in the morning. No, I'm lying. That was the main event. I had to watch this main event. I've been watching the game. The game started at 1:30 over there. So I just be having to stay up looking at niggas like, I gotta watch this game. Like my team is doing it. They need me. They need my support. Every time I don't watch it, every time they don't watch it, to lose. But the main event, the main card for me started at 9 for you niggas. The game started at 2 for me, and then I was up at 4:30. Like, you know, you ever see the Mr. Krabs meme? He's like, "Yay for day 34" when them niggas was up and shit. And for SpongeBob, that's me at 4:30 in the morning. Thompson, yay, main event. Yeah, it's 4:30, bitches. Somebody died. So motherfucker, yeah, that was my trip. That was what this card was like watching in Africa. But I enjoyed every second of it until my nigga got robbed.
That's what I'm about to say. I can't believe you stayed up so late to watch your guy lose a split decision. Which everyone in the MMA community is coming together to saying that like he should not have lost that at all.
Niggas got robbed, and if we came in that bitch shooting, we're considered aggressive. There's some bullshit.
And honestly, the Chris Lee, the one who had the 4th round going for Albazi, that's the one round where I feel like it's clear cut, not Albazi. That's Kai Car France. So if he would have did his job correctly, and gave Kai Car France the 4th round like everyone else did in the world, Kai Car France would have won the split decision. But instead, we're here about Albazi won this fight, and now is Albazi gonna fight the winner, Moreno Pantoja, or is he gonna fight Roy Ball? Who like I don't know, just how does
We
it
go
work?
we gonna come back to this fight. But one last thing I do have to say is that this motherfucker Chris Lee was a high school art teacher before this shit. What the fuck this motherfucker know? Because this some bullshit. I hate him. I hope he stubbed his toe this morning. I hope I hope I hope he gets next time he eats a hot dog, he gets ketchup on his shirt. Fuck him.
Yeah, we'll jump back into this fight. The going even earlier into the prelims and stuff, like Bantamweight's got a new hitter and Daniel Santos, who won the unanimous decision. And people want to see Santos versus Yanez. But like I don't know, that fight's not a sign to me because Santos is a ground fighter, will control you for 11 minutes. Yanez is a stand-up fighter, but like Santos definitely is putting the bantamweights on notice. 12-2 Brazilian. You already know he got the submission in his back pocket, but he's able to he's able to take you down, which a lot of BJJ fighters can't do. But the fact that he was able to dominate like he did, this new Brazilian breeds are kind of scary because they're starting to learn wrestling with BJJ.
That's dangerous. These these motherfuckers are dangerous out here, man.
And then we had another. And then we saw Nurmagomedov lose, which you don't see often. He lost a split decision to Ilazo Zalaski dos Santos. Sorry if I messed up the name. He got a wild one, but it was a close fight. Can't say a robbery. Could have went either way, but Nurmagomedov, he got stuffed on like he was 1 of 8 on takedowns, and the one takedown he got, he didn't even like. He was only there for only like a minute before like it went back to his feet. So like you just don't see it often, but maybe like the Dagestani, at least him, he didn't look too good for those Dagestani warriors.
So I actually recently seen a random clip. I didn't know how recent this shit was, so I didn't do any research. But Khabib, well, they had a dude in the one of those cryo chambers, and like it's like yeah, I don't know how many negative degrees it gets, but that shit was cold for my boy. And the whole time he was like, no, no, take me out. And Khabib was in this bitch like, brother, no, no, this is AKA. We know quit at AKA. And then he was like, no, no, brother, I love you, no. And he's like, the other niggas like, let me out, please stop. And brother's like, no, 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 you'll be fine. We no quit. And I love you, brother. Like this shit was killing me. So then I comes to find out, I don't know if that was the same with Mega Medoff, but that shit, if it was, that shit would be pretty funny. I'm like, see, there's a difference. He not cut from the same
He
cloth.
not cut from the same cloth, apparently. All right, that's all I needed to know.
But that we don't know yet. That's all speculation. I didn't do any research.
Well, I do know though is that he lost the split decision. The one
Happens.
the one fight that caught my eye was the first round submission after this. Karine Silva submission Z-Lock over Caitlin Souza, but she fucking snapped her leg, like her knee popped. He hit him with the fucking leg bar, and then you just see the knee pop. And Souza wasn't even there for whenever they did the post fight and they raised the hands. She immediately was put her arms around her coach and was carried off into the locker room. So you know it was bad. But it was one I was just like sitting there like, holy fuck, like her leg just fucking popped. Like that. It was nasty. And the other girl was crying a little bit. I don't know if it was because she felt bad or if it was or just the assignment that she won, but it was pretty gnarly to start the fucking main card.
Nigga said gnarly. That's how you know that shit was bad. So yeah, man, the main card that day, that's lit. That's lit. I ain't gonna lie. This is the part where that's crazy because I'm pretty sure I fell asleep watching this fight too. So I'm like, damn, I missed that shit. Motherfuckers got their shit snapped. I think I fell asleep watching the UD.
Oh, but you woke up for the good part.
Yeah, I woke up when it was time to get my shit was cracking, man. So we going straight into my boy Jimmy.
Yeah, we go to Jim Miller. It was quick.
Most wins in UFC. Oh wait, time out. You can't forget Tim Elliott.
Oh yeah, Nama's decision, like 11-minute control time, just dominated from start to finish. Got all his fucking pent up anger out. Shout out my boy Tim.
Bro, my boy Tim fucking shit up, man. Shout out my boy Tim. I didn't know he was an OG though. I was like, oh, Tim Elliott was like a problem when this nigga was damn near, and he was last era. He was out there with last generation too. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was old like that. And I'm like, who would know? And every time, so now I hear anything about old Tim Elliott, I'd be like, damn, this nigga grew up to be the Tim Elliott that guy who best friend was getting fucking his bitch. That's tragic.
Terrible news.
Yeah, it hurts like that. But hey, man, it'd be like that. But on to my boy Jim.
From Tim to Jim.
From Tim to Jim. Let me see if I can find the knockout to pull up the knockout. My boy Jim Miller with the first round KO. Was it in 26 seconds or 26 seconds left?
I think it was 23 seconds. I think it was 23, maybe it was 26, but I believe it was 23 seconds. Got the punch KO.
Yeah, dude, I don't know who told this man that, yeah, let's go strike with Jim Miller today. Like, I don't know what bro had planned for this one. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, right there. He was out for the second punch.
That's extra hook is what killed him. Like, now he's not. This is the reason why he's not going to go home that night. Boom.
Boom, right
Boom.
there on the chin.
I don't know what told homie that he can go strike with Jim Miller, but something made him feel that way. And it didn't turn out too good.
No, Jim Miller. Shout out Jim Miller. Hopefully he is on UFC 300 and he'll be the one and only person on UFC 100, 200, and 300.
That should be lit. I think they can make that happen. Oh my gosh, I care about it.
What are we talking next, Kev? We're going straight into the main event.
No, we got to talk about the co-main because that was a street fight. That shit was
Alex Caceres.
And my boy Brandon Leroy, my boy Bruce Leroy, he came in ready to stomp. So I was dozing out. I was like kind of waking up during this shit still. So like I was like, okay, these niggas is fighting. But Daniel Pineda is not no hope. I want to say he actually won the first rounds, niggas was saying. But Bruce Leroy was just striking. Like he was, especially in the last round, he was fucking dude up. Shout out Pineda for not going out because he was getting with some tough strikes. Like he was getting hit. His chin is solid. And there were points in time, but I feel like Bruce Leroy was never like really taking off. Like he didn't want to go back to like what was going on earlier in the fights. So Bruce Leroy played it smart. He struck the fuck out of dude, and he killed his ass in the last round. And it was just a straight up street fight. That shit looked like two dudes that just don't fuck with each other, seen each other in the hallway and had to get it.
You know, Caceres has always been an exciting fighter, in my opinion, since he's joined the UFC too.
I want to see it. Hopefully that bitch on Friday night. Definitely deserved it. But shout out that fight. That fight was lit. But on to these fuck niggas and this bullshit that they tried my dog.
It's crazy because, like I said, like the first 3 rounds are arguable, but for the fact that the judge to give him the fourth, that was the only round where Kai France doubtedly won that round. Kai France, in my eyes, won it 3-2. I didn't rewatch it. I didn't. I do think the first 2 rounds go to Albazi, at least in my initial watch. And the third round, the first 3 rounds are all close. But I gave the first 2 to Albazi, but 3, 4, 5 to Kai France.
That's crazy. I didn't give him. I think the third round, I think you could give to Albazi because he got the control. He was on his back. He was doing all that good shit. I think that was just round where he was big on wrestling. But that first round, no. This first anytime I will say Kai France was missing a lot with his jab. He wasn't I feel like Albazi came with a good game plan. He wasn't, so I'm not gonna say that he was killing him with strikes, but he was the one being the aggressor and dropping, and with the strikes he did land was giving damage. Versus Albazi, who held him on the octagon, what it felt like for a minute, 50 seconds to a minute. He just had him on the octagon for a second. No real control for real. So that's just from my point of view. I feel like Kai France won the first round, so that's why Sal D'Amato is a fucking idiot. I think the second round, I'm not mad if you give it to Albazi, but I also think the second round wasn't close. Was very close, and I still gave it to Kai. The third round, I'll give it to Albazi. Albazi was on his back. He was holding him down and shit like that. And I'm not mad if you give the second round to Albazi. So I'm not tripping on the second and third. If you want to give him that and your scorecard was 3-2, I'm not tripping. The fourth, I can understand that you might have been able to say like, oh, he did have some control, but but 2 times he did get control twice, and then both times Kai France got out, and then Kai France even ended the round on top of the bitch ass nigga, giving the nigga punches. So for the fact that Chris Lee is blind, I can't see, I'm blind ass motherfucker, and gave the fourth round to Albazi is crazy, and everybody in the world agreed Car France won the fifth. So they need here are these hands that somebody can shoot me one. Just let me know.
No, even Brandon Royval, who we just saw get a big win over Mikolai, Miktais Nicolau or whatever. He said Kai France won, and he also said it doesn't matter who won this fight, he deserves the title shot.
And he's the fill-in fighter for the next fight, so like he make the weight, and because when it came to Kobe, oh yeah, why wouldn't Kobe get it? He made the weight, he cut weight and everything like that. Now when it comes to this, motherfuckers is being a little quiet. They don't really know what it is, switching up and shit. But the UFC's been moving a little shady. And then also we almost don't, before we get too deep into it, we gotta remember that they got mad at what's the nigga name? Who's the one that got up? Garrett Jordan or Jordan Garrett? I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about?
Jordan Garrett, or what are you talking about?
The person that lost the Patty.
Oh, Jared Gordon.
Yeah, I can't remember if he was on this card or next week card. But Brett said that I think it was last week. No, yeah, he was supposed to be on this card, but he said that he like cured himself from a concussion or something like that. And then we all saw the motherfucker get knocked out, and the UFC's the one that booked him for a quick return. And Dana White took him off the card because he was mad. He was like, "Bro, there's no way that you can say that you fucking had a concussion 6 months, cured yourself from a concussion. We took him fucking off the card. What the fuck, you know?" And like he was snapping. I was like, "Bro, this is the AB Disney must have got his ass or something." Like that boy was mad.
Disney be the power that be.
But we all saw him get knocked out. So you guys are the ones that booked, bro.
Yeah, and it was a headbutt knockout too.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the fight against Bobby Green.
Right. And they said you should have told the doctors 6 weeks ago or some shit like that. He's like, the fuck?
It's that Disney powers, bro. No, but also, I mean, Ibir Albazi, he even on the post-fight presser, not presser, but in the octagon, he was talking about, yeah, it was an easy fight. I just had a little fun. I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. I don't like when people talk a little cocky after they won a fight that a lot of people don't think they won. So, like, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I do think he is still a problem. I still think that he needed this fight because this was his first real test at the top tier fighters. And I will always remember that he lost in my eyes to Kai France. And I will remember that if he fights Pantoja or Moreno or Royval.
So this is when shit gets interesting now. So everybody's hot. Kai France was even on he's in Tahiti right now. He planned a family vacation for after the motherfucker won. Motherfucking then, but he said that it was tough being in the club, and Shaq is over there DJing, and like he knows he didn't lose, but he didn't win. He didn't win. Like he didn't win. He didn't win, but like he knows that he didn't lose, but like he didn't win.
Yeah. Playing fucking mind games on you.
Nah, that shit sucks. And like Izzy's snapping, Izzy spazzed, Izzy snapped. I'm snapping. Eugene not snapping, but he probably snapping at the house. Niggas is mad right now. Volk probably snapping. Niggas is mad right now.
I know
how
Dan
you gonna rob two? How you gonna rob? You don't see him he's gonna bring up some IV shit in a second. But how you gonna see two robberies, 2 CKB robberies a year. That's why Izzy had to
Two.
knock out Alex. If he didn't, they would
Two.
have tried to rob
Hold
him.
on. The fuck you mean two?
Yeah, 2, nigga.
What the fuck
Vote
you
beat
mean?
that nigga Islam.
No. Assalamu alaikum Islam, baby.
Hey, inshallah, every time I see that nigga Islam, nothing but good faith for that nigga. Islam is a fucking problem. He's beaten me 2 times in a row, and I wouldn't be, and I love the nigga to this day. But nah, bro, that nigga Rob. But we're not gonna get into that because that's not what this episode is about. These refs is cheating.
Blasphemous.
These refs is cheating, nigga. But back to this card. Motherfucker, that boy Ariel sent some emails. He sent some emails out. He was like, he called the head of the California State Commission, and he was like, "Hey man, how come these refs these refs and judges don't have to speak for what they do in the rings?" Like, and then they said in California that there actually is a ref post conference that but everybody goes to the UFC post fight press conference. So they said that media members are allowed to be in there. So like if there's a fight in California and some shit goes down, the dude even said that Ariel could text questions and he could ask at the press conference. At the conference, since the press don't show up, you can't call it a press conference. But he also hit up the Las Vegas Commission, and then he hit up some other entity, and them niggas weren't as nice. ABC. He told ABC about it, and then ABC was, we can bring it up at the next commission meeting. And then Las Vegas wasn't going for that. They was like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to protect these niggas. Fuck you. Suck my dick. And he was like, NBA does it, man. Nigga, fuck you. That's what Las Vegas said. Like, yeah, the Apex ain't never getting no shit like that. But I don't know any way to fix it. I think that eventually the criteria and everything, it just has to catch up with the times. But like something has to go because the 10-9 shit don't work, because like you could be beating the fuck out of motherfucker in one round in the beginning of the round, and then the judges are looking like they have recency bias because they're seeing shit at the end of the round.
I don't want to make this the whole episode because it can go on forever. We got things to do. I don't think it's ever gonna get fixed because boxing's been complaining about this shit for 100 years so far. So like, if boxing hasn't cleaned it up, UFC's newer and everything. I don't think it'll ever be cleaned up. I think you'll just this will just be it's almost like whenever in football you can complain about the refs every week. We will whenever football season's back, but it's just gonna be fucking a pain in your ass till the day you die.
But it's starting to get to the point that it's happening every other week, like twice. Like it's crazy. Like niggas is still mad about Patty's last week. Like it's just happening so much that like it's gonna get to the point that it's not gonna happen until money is starting to be lost because of this shit. Dang, you guys, if you guys want to win, we gotta get bored. The fuck y'all got going on?
Yeah. You wanna anything else you guys say? I would say I think we hit on everything on this card so far.
Nah, bro, this card was crazy, man. Hey, shout out Paul, because Paul's dinner's been ready like for an hour and some change. So like we finna go let my boy go eat up, man. This has been a Totally Bitch podcast, man. I'm in this bitch with your boy. It's your boy Lil Kev Waterboy. I'm in this bitch with Paul Pick and Water with him concert. We chilling. The heat is down 10 right now. Wait for it. 13. But motherfucking we gonna ride this bitch out. You already know fourth quarter coming, third quarter. The Nuggets looking kind of decent. But shout out everybody that fuck with us. We fuck with you. And this has been a Totally Bitch podcast. Dirty bitches.